All right, I've had several people now ask me. We did a 3-inch figure out of a block of wood, and I know a lot of you don't have bandsaws. I understand that. I understand that. I understand you don't have bandsaws and things like that. So, I understand that you have to don't have a way of cutting it out and stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do a miniature 2-inch figure just using a block of wood. Now, the greatest small figure carver to me will always be Jack Price. He has a video that shows the way he do it, and I'm going to show you the way I do it and stuff like that. But it doesn't really matter. What matters is it all ends up the same. So his video is, in fact, I learned a lot from his video. So I'm going to teach you how to do a 2-inch figure out of, this is 3/4 inch basswood, which we're going to be doing on our projects. And this is 7/8 wide and 3/4 inch thick. So first of all, when we look at this block of wood, we have to sort of see our figure. We have to divide our figure into, so I'm going to take and go up 1.5 inches right here and right here, and that is going to be my line for my head. Okay, that's going to be my head is going to be. Then I'm going to come up from the bottom 1/4 inch and this is where my feet will be. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of, this is where my feet will be. You have to divide your figure into 3 different parts once again. You have your head, you have your body, and you have your shoes. And I'm just going to kind of draw this around here. Just you can measure down. It's from the bottom up is 1.5 inches, and this is where our head is. And 1/4 inch from the bottom is where our feet will be, or our shoes will be. Okay? Now, as we look at our block, we want to go ahead and establish where our feet are. So we're just going to very lightly cut in the front here. Now, we've done this before with other figures, but we're really going to the small figure now. It's not being cut out with a bandsaw. It's being simply taken and done with a piece of 3/4 inch basswood. So we have now established where our shoes are going to be. Now we must establish where our head is going to be. And what I want to do first of all is no one has a square head, so we want to round this off up here, okay? Come from one side to another, to another, to another, okay? And begin to slowly rounding off this head up here, because we don't have square heads, okay? Sorry. We don't have square heads. We have round heads. From each side, begin rounding off the top of the head up here. Now, we're not going to put a hat on this guy. We're not. All right. So just sort of like that. Of course, we're going to come further in with this way. Now let's go ahead and take and make a cut here so that we can tell where our head's going to be. And we can come back here and we can do the same thing. We can make a cut. We can make a cut. All we're doing is establishing where our head is going to be. Just like that. Now, let's go ahead and underneath the face here, let's go ahead and just remove a little wood in there so that head will stick out. Just like that. Now, of course, it doesn't look like much now because of the simple fact that we haven't shaped the head. We really haven't shaped it anyway. So let's go ahead and go to the feet again, and let's go ahead and establish where our boots are going to be. So when we look at the figure, we basically have the head, the body, the feet. Okay? We have three portions to it. That's what you want to establish more than anything in the world. Now, let's come to the middle of our shoes and just draw a line, okay? And we want to make a little cut in there and then separate those shoes or feet from one another, okay? To give us a good foundation of where we're at, okay? Now let's come back and go after the head. Now, of course, the head is way too square, as we see. So we want to bring it down. We want to come from each side a little bit. And we want to bring that head sort of like that. We want to bring it down. We'll go ahead and make a cut in there so that we can make a cut in there so that as we separate the head from the body. There we go. Now, it don't have a whole lot of shape right now, but it has a little bit better shape to it. But as you can see, the chest becomes, it comes too much forward towards the head. So we're going to just start moving some of that right in there so that that bottom of that head or chin or whatever will stick out further. See? Now looking from the side, like that. All right? And we can take off a little bit in here too, as the front of it. Now, Jack likes to come and just from each side here, just kind of come up from each side like that, and sort of an angle. So it will give us our sides and all that stuff, which is a very good way of doing it. Just like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and establish where our arms are going to be. Our arms, as we come to the side over here, will come down from the head just like that. Come over like this, come down, and then come up. See? Just draw down from like kind of the nape of the neck, come down, come this way, put it in his pocket, and then come up a little bit. Now, no matter how much you come up. And then you come over here and you cut down like that, and you remove some wood. And you come here and cut down like that, and with the tip of your knife, you remove some wood. There, see that? Now you have established where your arm's going to be. Okay? Now you want to do the same thing over here. Now we can make a choice. We can put the arms in the pocket. I'm just going to, with y'all, look, see here where I come to the head? I'm going to come up, come forward like it's in the pocket, come over here like this, and then come down here like this. All right? And I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut. Then I'm going to take the tip of my knife and remove that wood in there. And remove that wood in there. Very slightly, folks. We'll take off a little bit more. All right. So we have established now where our arms are going to be with this figure. Now let's start getting that head shaped a little bit to be like more like a head, okay? We kind of bring it around. Now remember, folks, a head is like, if you go to the mirror and look at your face. Now I know a lot of you have beards and stuff, so it's kind of hard to see it. But a face is a lot like an egg, okay? It really is. It's an oval shape. It's not a round shape. It's an oval shape. Now, it's just that some of us are thinner than others and things like that, so naturally we're thinner in certain areas than others. But our heads, most of our heads are oval shape, okay? Unless you're extremely overweight, and then your head can be round, in other words. But most of the time, your face is an oval shaped face. I think the best thing to look at is an egg. When you look at an egg, how oval shape it is, look at the design of an egg. It's really incredible. It looks just like a face. In fact, that's why a lot of people get basswood eggs and carve faces on them, because they have the shape of the face already. So let's go down here and go ahead and make our cut behind here and make a kind of a deep cut, but do it in phases like this. There we go. See that like that? And come back behind here. And come from the outside and make a deep cut there. Okay? Now let's just sort of take this off in here, in other words, just sort of get this right. So we've established a lot of things, okay? A lot of things. Now I'm going to come, most people's, unless they're real heavy, breastplate does not come out this far, okay? So I'm just going to take a little bit of that off right in there. So that head will also stand out a little bit more, just like that. And let's go ahead and make our cut here and come from the inside of the arm so that it fits in the pocket, okay? Just like that. And from here we do the same thing as it fits in the pocket. I don't know how much time I have left, but we will stop for now. I'm not sure how much time I've used up, whatever, but we will come back to this figure, okay? You should be able to, I mean, most of these figures don't take you more than 40 minutes or something like that. I mean, you know, I know it may take a lot longer with a lot of people, but it does help. Okay.